Hey guys, mowers and blowers here again. My Bilt Suburban Hydro 14 is all sorted out now. I even waxed it. A little crazy, huh? Yeah, so I had a problem with the deck, you know. It's up now, right? So it looks pretty level. But then when I put it down, it goes down well. And that looks pretty good. Before, when I raised it, the back would be pulled up really high and the front would be still on the ground, you know. Now it's off the ground by, I don't know, a couple of inches, which is fine, you know. I didn't have any instructions, so I had to kind of look on the internet and figure it out and stuff myself. Doing the belts was kind of a pain, but you know, decks are always a pain to mess with, you know. But anyway, that's all sorted out. So I'm pretty anxious to take it out and mow my lawn, you know. However, you know, sometimes it doesn't start very well. And as you guys remember, I had that Magneto problem from the start, you know. That guy didn't have the Magneto close enough to the flywheel. And so sometimes it doesn't start well, and then once it does start, it doesn't run well. But then sometimes it runs really well. So the fuel pump works, carburetor's clean, fuel system's good. I mean, I even tested it. There's fuel shooting out of the thing, so it's not the fuel pump. I'm thinking that Magneto's screwed, you know? So I went to my bucket of parts and I found like 6 or 7 Magnetos. I got a couple of Tecumsehs, a couple of Briggs, and a couple of Hondas. And I was comparing the holes and stuff, and it really didn't match up that perfect, you know. And I don't want to drill holes. New Magneto's only like 15 bucks. There was one John Deere that I had from a Kohler Command 15, but it was rat-eaten, you know. Yeah, let me show you. That's not it. Where is that? Oh, here it is, see? So here's a Kohler Command 15 one. It's kind of hinky too, so pretty rusty. And you see the part here? Almost like frailing off the, you know, it's not really worth it to try to fix this to see if it works, you know. I'll show you what I mean, though. Alright, cold start, alright? It stops. I had it on middle throttle. Do you see what I mean? Sometimes at low throttle and middle choke, it runs pretty well. But then at full run and high throttle, it doesn't really run that well. I mean, I guess it could be the carburetor, but I doubt it. That Magneto was hinky, you know? I think it's the Magneto. I'm going to take the cover off and try one of those just to see. Sometimes it runs really good, but on middle choke, middle throttle. When I take it down to full run, it kind of sputters a little. So now I'm starting to think it might be the carburetor. Anyway, so it's running pretty well now. I'll put the PTO on. Carburetor or the Magneto. I guess I'll mess with the Magneto and see. Just took the cover off. And that's the shape of the Magneto. Looks pretty yucky. It's gapped correctly. Maybe I'm just going to take it off and use a wired bristle brush and clean it up. You know, the ground contacts have to be good too. But I'll try that Honda one, see if one fits. This is the Honda one. It doesn't match. The holes are like right there, and it's not even close to the magnet, you know. Not only that, this is way too short anyway. It won't even reach, you know. So that's that. So I found out the problem, why this Magneto wasn't getting that great a spark. I was using this bristle brush and just like cleaning that out a little bit, and it seemed really loose right around here. It had this tape around it, and it almost seemed like it wasn't even connected, you know? So I ripped the tape off, and it wasn't connected. Can you believe that? I was surprised it even ran the way it was. There was like, it wasn't even connected. Can you believe that? Holy shit. Unbelievable, man. So now I know I've got to get a new Magneto. While I order one and wait a few days, I'm going to see if this John Deere Kohler Command 15 Magneto works. I'm going to insulate this wire. Hey, at least this one's connected, right? I'm going to use this thing on a wheel and clean up all the contacts. This is pretty rough, but hey, could it be worse than it not being connected? So I just spent some time, used that grinder, grinded out the points here, smoothed out the contacts, cleaned it up a bit. Looks pretty good. There's an arrow here that shows goes down like that. So the letters and this thing is on the top, which is unusual because most of them are on the bottom of the engine. But cut some that insulation wire from the old one, wrapped it around the one that was chewed by the rats. I think that'll do. It's pretty solid. I'm going to put this on just to see how much better of a spark. At least this will be connected, right? I'm going to put it on now. once you place it on there, you put a line up the magnet along with this. Put a business card in between. You know, it's 0.25 thousandths of an inch or something like that, or I don't know what it is, but it's a business card. Holes line up. Put the screws onto the holes. Just tightened it up. Business card is snug in there. Now you just rotate this to get the card out. Easy for me to say, right? I'm not a lefty. There you go. Now it is as close as it can be without touching. I'm going to now connect this boot onto the spark plug. I'm going to start her up and see if it starts better. I just put the cover on right now. I didn't bolt it down. They always say never to run the engine without the cover because it insulates the air from the blower and keeps the engine cool. If you take it off, there's no air unless you're driving or it's really windy, you know. Anyway, I'm going to try it now. Keep your fingers crossed. That's not a good sign. Spark wasn't good. And you know what? It's much better now. So I got it all straightened out. I'm going to mow my lawn now with this thing for the first time. I'm probably going to have trouble getting it over these blocks. We'll see how I do. But it doesn't really need that much mowing, but it could use a skim, you know. I hope I don't trash my lawn. So, mowed the whole lawn. It shouldn't have taken me that long, but honestly, the reverse is really weak, you know. So I don't really know too much about hydrostatic transmissions, but the reverse, as you could see in the video, when it was just like going reverse, sometimes, you know, if it's not smooth, it struggles to go backwards, you know. So I had to use my hand and kind of like, you know, rotate the rear wheel just to give it some help, you know. Getting up and down the curb, as you saw, was difficult because it would get caught on the deck wheels, you know. And you know, while it mowed pretty well and it ran pretty well, I don't really like it, to be honest with you. It's too big, and I had to be careful not to run into things because it sticks out so much, you know. Especially this side. That extra GRS system really pops out like 10 more inches, you know. And pretty much I ran into some stuff, you know. But it's a good mower though, you know. If somebody had like a few acres or something, you know, farmland or something like that, flatlands, this would be great. But for my application, well, first of all, I can't keep it. Why? because this door only goes 44 inches, you know. I can't even fit a 42-inch deck through that door. So I can't definitely not keep it, but you know, it's a nice mower. Glad I got it going and stuff. What did I pay? Oh, that's right. It was free. And the only money I spent on it was 2 or 3 deck belts, a new battery. Damn it, I think that's all I spent on it, because you know, the carburetor was a rebuilt old one. Magneto is that John Deere one. Yeah, I mean, other than time and effort and power washing and fixing it, and oh, that's right. No, yeah, a tube. I did buy a tube, inner tube, for $12 or something. So I'm in it for like maybe 30 bucks. Not bad, huh? Anyway, I'll probably sell this for like 700 or 800 bucks. Some nut will need it in Long Island, you know, if they got big farmland or something like that. But yeah. All right, well, that was my adventure today on fixing the Magneto, and now it runs nicely. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. Okay? See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Guys, I wanted to show you some bonus footage. So this is my 16-year-old Murray. I don't even know what it is. It's a 12.5 38 maybe. Anyway, I've had this for 16 years. I bought it new from Home Depot. I got it for $550 delivered. It was the floor model. Anyway, it's never failed me. I had a front end accident on one of the curbs, so I had to buy a new axle for that. Changed the oil maybe once out of the 16 years. Changed the fuel lines once. Cleaned the carb once. Runs great, man. Put white walls. Put this utility deck on the back. Got a hitch. This was the one that was wrapped with the liquid ice energy drink graphics all over. Took it off, and man, how's that look? Does that look badass or what? It's badass, man. Anyway, I'm gonna mow the backyard now.